Hello everyone, here I'm back with another video lecture, and today we're going to discuss the anatomical reference planes and axis of movement. Majorly, this is the fundamental concept in biomechanics and the favorite topic as a physical therapist. So majorly, what is anatomical reference planes and axis? Basically, these understanding these planes and axes is crucial, okay, in analyzing the human movement, whether in sports, in rehabilitation, or in generally, okay. So what we are going to discuss in this lecture is basically what are identify the three reference planes, okay, planes and their functions, how movements occur in these planes, and after that we're going to discuss the three anatomical axes and their relationship to movement, okay. So, majorly, starting from the anatomical reference planes, imagine slicing our body in different ways to divide it into sections, as you know that. Okay, these slices represent the three cardinal planes of motion. Okay, sagittal plane, majorly. Second one was the frontal or coronal plane. Third one was the transverse plane, horizontal plane. So, majorly, when we are going to discuss the first plane, that is the sagittal plane, it is basically you slice your body into two halves in the left and right. Okay. Majorly, the movements you are going to perform in this is forward or backward motions. Okay. Like walking, running. In these, basically your arms or your legs are moved forward or backward in a motion. It is basically the major examples of sagittal plane movements. Okay. After that, you can also take bowling as an example, marching as an example, cycling as an example, because in this your arms or legs are moving in a forward or backward direction. So, okay, in a very simple example, you just have to stand up and perform a simple squat. As you know, there's squat. So basically, when you can perform a simple squat, this is basically the major movement in the sagittal plane movement. Okay, basically it is included in the sagittal plane. After that, what is frontal plane? Basically, when you divide the body into front and the back halves. Okay, okay. When before we can continue the lecture, we can just open it, their picture. Okay. Okay, this is the majorly picture where you can see the three planes and axis. We can just zoom out. Okay, you basically, okay, here you can see the sagittal plane, okay, the frontal plane, and third one you know that the horizontal plane. Okay, sagittal plane, you have divide the body into left and right halves. That means you have to divide the body from the mid region, okay, from the head of the, from the mid of the head, okay, and you can just continue that between your, the area between your feet, okay. This is basically the area that you covers as a sagittal plane. What is happening in the frontal plane, it is basically you have to divide your body into anterior and posterior halves, okay. You have to divide your body into front and the back parts. From the mid, from here you can see this is the imaginary plane. This is basically how you can divide your body, okay. I can give you an example like making, okay, just take this ball as an example, okay. You can just discuss this as a human, okay. You can just take this example as a human, okay. You can just split this out. This part is basically the front part, and the second one was this area is basically the back side of the human body, okay. So this is basically the anterior half, and this is the basically posterior half. This line basically is the frontal plane that divides the body into front and the back halves. So movement in these planes involves side to side motions, okay, the lateral motion, as you know that. So examples of frontal plane movements majorly includes the jumping jacks, because arms and legs move sideways, okay. With that, side kicks, as you know that in a soccer, in a karate, the legs move outward to the side. So majorly these are the examples of the, you can take these examples into frontal plane movements. Just try this out in yourself, that raise both arms straight to the side like making a T, okay, as you know that. Both hands in an abduction position, okay, making a complete T of with your body. So this is basically the frontal plane movement, okay. Transverse plane, basically the horizontal plane in which your body, you have to divide your body into top and bottom half. That means you have to divide your body, Okay, we can just uh, take this ball, same ball as an example. Okay, what we have to do here is we have to divide our body. Sorry, what we have to do, we have to divide our body into upper and the lower half. That means your body has top and the bottom half. So movement in this plane majorly include rotations or twisting motions, okay? Some kind of rotations, as you know, that internal, external rotations, in which your body rotates majorly. Twist, it is basically. So as you know that if you can dance or your full body spin, okay? This is basically the transverse plane movement, okay? Is as a ballet dancer or as a simple dancer, if your body take a full body spin, that is basically an example of transverse plane. With that, as a gymnastic or as an athlete, you can just take the if you can throw basically a diver spinning in the air. Okay, as you know that when you a diver jump from the top of the area, okay, in basically the pool or in their all on quantum area, so in that area, the diver spins in that region, okay, in the air. You know that. A diver basically take small spins and after that it reaches in the water. So basically this is the twisting motions as a diver, okay. They are taken many of the rotations and many of the spins. After that, they can reach at the bottom of the floor. You can say that in the water, okay. Another example is basically, okay, we can just take these two examples. So if you can try this on yourself, you have to rotate your upper body right into right and left halves. Okay, upper body into right and left while keeping your lower body stable. This is as a you can take this example as a transfer plane movement. You can just rotate your body either on a left side or the right side, and after that you can just keep your body in a stable position or you can keep your lower part in a stable position. This is basically the transverse plane movement because your upper body have basically rotates around your lower body. So after that, as you know that we have discussed these three planes, we are going to discuss the anatomical reference axis. So basically, axes are majorly perpendicular to the plane. Okay, rather perpendicular, you know that the 90-degree angle. So majorly perpendicular means the 90 degrees. So medial lateral axis is majorly perpendicular to the sagittal axis. Okay, anterior posterior axis is majorly perpendicular to the frontal plane and longitudinal axis perpendicular to the transverse plane. Okay, now, what was happening is basically in a medial lateral axis, forward and backward motion is going to occur. Okay, this is the basically axis of the sagittal plane. So, majorly forward and backward motion, like as we have discussed, squats, the body move up and down around the medial lateral axis. Okay, if you perform a squat, your body rotates around the medial lateral axis. Your body get the rotations around the what axis? On a medial lateral. You can see here. Okay, in a sagittal plane, your body rotates around the mediolateral axis. After that, you can just take this as example, or you can just perform a squat and your body rotates around. You can just discuss this as an example in your basically exam or something like that. After that, in a frontal plane, which is basically perpendicular to the anterior posterior axis. So majorly, as you know that basically in a anterior posterior axis is basically perpendicular to frontal plane. So basically in this side leg raise, as we have discussed before, lifting the side leg in a sideways. So if you can just say that this is an example of the frontal plane, but the axis that it includes basically the anterior posterior axis. Okay, so it is basically the axis that is very important because in these axes the cartwheel movements or something like that, it is basically your body rotates around the anterior posterior axis. The third one, longitudinal axis, vertical axis. It is basically perpendicular to the transverse plane. Okay, it is basically movements along this axis involve rotational. Okay, the spinning as a figure skater or as a dancer, you know that when you as a skater rotates around the longitudinal axis, your body is basically uh, um, uh, the movement is actually in a transverse plane, but the axis is basically longitudinal because your body rotates around longitudinal axis. So majorly this is the example, some kind of examples you have to discuss, like as you know that turning to look over your shoulder, rotating your head from side to side. Just take this an example, okay? You can just rotate your head on your one shoulder, okay? And you can see this is the basically example of transverse plane, but the axis you are including in this is basically the longitudinal, okay? Longitudinal axis is what is that? Basically it is the axis in which, okay, we can just take this example, okay? Longitudinal axis is basically the axis that is here, okay? The longitudinal, okay, the basically complete the line that crosses the perpendicular to basically transverse plane, okay? So what was happening here is basically, if you can just say that in a longitudinal you have taken this example, right? So the longitudinal axis is basically like this, okay? In a on a ball, or taken this example as the human body, and this is basically the 90-degree of perpendicular angle. So majorly what was happening is this is the transverse plane, okay? And what this is the longitudinal axis. So basically this is the 90-degree, okay? You can just take that any of the axis that is on the 90-degree of the plane, that is majorly termed as their axis, okay? Mediolateral, sagittal, remember, anterior posterior, frontal. A transverse plane is basically longitudinal axis, okay? This is basically, it is important to understand that because it divides, you know that the sagittal, frontal, transverse plane divides the body and describe movement's direction. So the mediolateral, anterior posterior, longitudinal axis describe how the body rotates, okay? Majorly describes how the body rotates. Every movement in the body occurs with the specific plane and around the specific axis. So remember these terminologies, very, is very important, okay? You can just have to discuss this, okay? So thanks for watching. If you have any query, you can ask in the comment section. Hope you can understand this, and this is very important as a, this is very important concept as a physical therapist, as a doctor, or you can just say that anything, okay? Thanks for watching. If you have any query, you can ask in the comment section. Bye bye.